What is going on? Welcome to this late night session. Today I'm doing some light testing. I picked up the Aputure F7 and the Aputure MC. So here's the situation. Some of you know I'm stuck in Mexico. I live in Thailand. I was traveling through. COVID-19 happened. I'm stuck in Mexico. I have my phone. I've got a microphone that I'm using. And I wanted to get some lights because I don't like how things are lit up in here. I haven't been recording my videos, so I thought I would order some lights. So what I did is I ordered some lights, and I'm gonna show you how to take this. I'm in an Airbnb right now, and it's just like overhead lighting, white walls, nothing really going on. So what I did is I picked up, I'm gonna show you how, I haven't even done this yet. I haven't lit this yet, so we're gonna workshop this together. I wanna show you how easy it is and what a difference it can make just adding a little bit of lighting to your sets, be it your video sets or your live stream sets. And by the way, I've got links to everything that I'm using today down in the description. And I'm gonna give some shout outs and some welcomes here in a second. I'm just letting you know what I got. So I picked up the Aputure. This is the F7. Now I've already taken this out of the box to make sure that it worked. And it looks like this. It's about this big. And it takes a battery. The battery is not included. However, these are very inexpensive batteries. And the battery just clips into the back of it, okay? Now, it also comes with some diffusion. Now, if you're unfamiliar with lighting, if you put direct lighting on you, it's going to look harsh. The more you can put in front of it, like a big softbox or different layers of diffusion, it's gonna soften the light and it's gonna look better. And I'm gonna show you how all of this looks here in just a little bit. And I also picked up some of their MC. I picked up 2 of their LED lights that have multiple colors. So the idea is I'm gonna use this tiny little light, right? Perfect for traveling. You shouldn't use this as a key light. However, in a pinch, if you're traveling, if you need a little bit of light, we're gonna see what this looks like. I wouldn't recommend it as your main key light, which is your main light, but we're gonna use it for a key light because we're on the road and we're stuck and I can't travel with a bunch of big things. And we're gonna use these for some color in the background. And I also picked up a couple of these. These are the Manfrotto Pixie Mini tripods, but you can use anything however you wanna set these up. I'm just gonna show you how I set this thing up. And I'm gonna get to that here in just a little bit. I wanna see who's in the chat here. Stacy Morgan, how you doing, sir? Nice to see you. John, how you doing, John? Nice to see you in here. The fat guy, how you doing? I see Doug Houston, YT, Ed, Flash in your pan. How you doing? The Nurse Flipper, how you doing? The gang is all here. Jason James in the house. How you doing, sir? All things Nell. G. Michael Jr., Jackie Hero Food Reviews. Yeah, all right, the gang is all here. So here's what we're gonna do. I've unboxed this just to make sure that it worked. And I unboxed one of these. So the other one is here because it's completely in the box. So I'm gonna unbox this here in front of you just to show you how it comes and how I set everything up. But let's start. By the way, I also got this. I also got the Deity VLLO lavalier microphone. Haven't tested it yet, still in the box. And by the way, I paid for all this stuff. Nobody sent me any of this. This all came out of my own pocket. But brands, you're free. If you guys want to send me this stuff, you might want to send me the stuff. I'll take it. So here's what I've got going on. And we're going to build this set out. And I'm going to show, so I've got the 3 lights, one of these, and 2 of the other ones that I'm going to unbox here in a second. And the other one looks like this. The other one looks like this, minus the little tripod here. So we've got 2 of these, and we've got 1 of these. And I'm going to show you how to take this. And by the way, I'm completely winging this. I just have confidence in the lights, and I have a general idea of what I want to do. So this isn't going to be 100% perfect, but it's going to be something. I want to show you what you can do with minimal lighting. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you want to put some tiny little, these are super lightweight. You want to put a couple of these in your bag if you're traveling. So if you're doing a live stream or a presentation or even a Zoom call in your hotel room or wherever you may be, you've got these little things that you can make things look different. Now, I have 3 really ugly overhead lights on right now. That's it. The room is white. Expect nothing but perfection. The room is white, white walls, white floors. So light is going to bounce here. But what I want to do And the reason I waited until it got dark, because I didn't want natural light to come in here. I wanted to pretty much blacken out the room. Now I am gonna leave a far light on over in the corner just so I don't trip over things in the room. I need to be able to see what's going on. So I'm gonna start by turning off some of these lights, and then we're gonna build this light up, okay? So this is what the lighting looks like right now, and bear with me here. This is our starting point. Now, naturally, hey, Jeremy, how's it going? So naturally, I have light coming off of the computer, and unfortunately, because of the angle here, it is shining into my glasses. Let me see if I can adjust. I can't fix that. Not from here. So the light you're seeing on my face right now is coming from my screen. What we want to do is put a little bit of light on my face, and we're going to light up the background with the lights that I got today. Like I said, we're completely winging this. So let me first show you how the F7 works. So the battery goes into the back, and this is the diffusion for it. And this thing can get really bright. So I'm going to turn this on. All right. So the first thing you're going to notice on the back is it has a percentage for how bright the light's going to get. And it also has the Kelvin scale. The Kelvin scale is the light scale. The higher towards 6,000 you get, the more bluish it's going to get. The lower numbers is going to give you that more orange look, right? Like a tungsten bulb. Like some people have those yellowish bulbs in their house. That's going to be on the lower end, the 2,000, the 3,000. And then as you get up in the higher end, you're going to get up to a more white light, a blue light. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring the color down a little bit here. Hold on here. I'm going to bring it down to about 5,500 or so. I'm going to try to get a decent daylight look. And I've got the brightness set on 30%. Now, if I just hold this out here, that's pretty bright, right? That's really harsh. That's really bright. So the first thing we want to do is I'm going to put on the layer of diffusion that came with the light. And my guess is, because this is really close, I'm working with what I have a really small table here. I have a switch pod with a little stand that I'm actually sticking this on that's holding my microphone. My guess is I'm going to need some more diffusion, and we're going to get to that as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is put this, it's right here. So we're going to put some diffusion that comes with it right on top of it, like that. Now, it actually comes with another layer as well. I don't know if you can double them up or not, but I do know this. When you're working with lighting, a lot of these LED lights, when you have diffusion just right on top of the light itself, it can still sometimes be a little bit harsh. But with this one, I notice that I do have room to pull it out just a little bit. And that space, that little bit of space that you put in there, believe it or not, it might help soften the light just a little bit. So now it has the holes, as you can see. So I'm going to screw this into the tripod. Hey, Zach, how's it going? So I'm going to screw this into the tripod, and I'm going to see if this is enough diffusion. If not, we're going to diffuse it even more, and I'm going to show you how to do it in the most possible bootleg way imaginable. So I'm going to put this on here, and don't mind it because I'm going to have to screw it in, so it's going to look a little weird with the light in as I screw this in up here. Now, this isn't proper lighting. This is just getting the job done. And when it comes to making content, when it comes to getting the job done, sometimes you just got to do whatever it takes. And those of you who have been making content for a while, or you're a maker of any kind, sometimes you just have to do whatever it takes to get the job done. So this light is about, the bottom of the light is about to the top of my glasses, and it's just right here, just right out of I'm touching it right here. So it's just right here. And because I don't have a lot of room to work with, I'm sitting at a table. It's not a big table. Now how can I do this? What you see in it here? I can adjust this so I can turn the strength down a little bit here. So the main thing that I want to do here is I want to light the shadows on my face and give myself just a little bit of light, give myself a little bit of color. And already you're going to start to see this is with the light. That's without the light. With the light, without the light. Now, again, because I have my glasses on, if I were going to do something professionally or I were going to do a video, I would probably reposition some things to make sure that I don't have glare coming from the monitor into my glasses. But for the sake of this live stream, for showing you how to do this, we're just going to wing it here. So this is what it looks like. But I'm going to see if I can get it a little bit softer. And I don't know how this is going to come across on the live stream because I'm using STREAMYARD for this. And I know that they are going to compress this video down to 720. So I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. But here's what I have. I'm working with what I have. I have paper towels. I was looking around like, what do I have to diffuse? Also, I want to note, I'm shooting this with my iPhone 11 Pro. And I'm using an app called IV to pull that into Stream. And it's got like an auto exposure, so that might get a little bit wonky on us here. We're gonna see how that plays out. I might have to try to do that manually. If you're recording a video or something, you will want to set that manually. So what I'm gonna do is this is all I've got. I have some paper towel. Now, because this is an LED light, it means it doesn't get hot. So I can use a paper towel. Other things you can use an old white t-shirt. You can use a piece of a sheet. You can use wax paper, baking paper. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it over the light. I'm gonna put it over the light. It's gonna add another layer to it, and I don't know if you can tell or not, and I've just got these little laundry clips. And I'm just gonna clip this on here so it doesn't blow away. And then I'm gonna adjust the strength, and we're gonna see what that looks like. Let's see here. Yes, I'm not sure if you can tell. Looks like I'm freezing here. Hey, Stephanie Marie, it looks like my camera just froze. Why did my camera just freeze? Frozen, there we go. Not sure what's going on. Okay, so this is, can I do this without knocking this over? With the light, without the light. So I'm not giving myself a ton of light here. I'm just kind of lighting the shadows. I just want to light the shadows up. Now, let's see what we can do here in the back. And I notice I've got a shadow over here. And I might want to get another light and try to work with that shadow. But this shadow is being created by this extra light that I left on over here so I can see my way around the room. So now let me show you these little things. These have a battery built in. So the F7 needs a battery. These have a battery built in and also wireless charging. And they also have magnets. So you can actually just lock them onto something and charge them, or you can screw them in. So if you turn these on, whoa, really bright. You can see how bright these things are. Hold on here. So the intensity you can change. I've got this set to like a purple color, and I've got the intensity set really low on this, but I want to use two of these, and I want to light up the back wall, and I want to add some color. But first, I'm going to crank this up, and I'm going to see what one of them will look like. And this, you can change this to any color. It also does some other cool features as well. Let me see here. 66, hold on. It also has some effects. Has some, like a cop car, like I'm getting swatted. I'm getting swatted. Yes, I'm using an iPhone 11 Pro for a camera. So it has some other effects. They've got the police car effects. They've got like a pulsing effect. I don't know when you'd want to use this stuff. Look, if you're a filmmaker or something and you need to do something creative with your lights, you can come up with something cool with this. And of course, they've just got a party where it changes if you want it changing in the background. What else they've got lightning. I don't know how accurate this is. So if I were to set this outside the window, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But we're not going to use any of this fun stuff. Well, it's actually got a TV. I wonder what that looks like. I'm not sure. Faulty bulb. Okay, so we're just going to go back. We don't want to use any of this stuff. We just want to use standard lighting. Now, I'm going to crank this up. My idea is to wash some purple over the wall. I've got 2 of these. So I'm going to set the first one up, and I'm just putting it on, where's it at here? I'm just sticking it on this little pixie. So I'm going to walk back here, and I'm going to try to crank this up. I might have to turn this light off over here. We'll see. So I'm going to adjust the strength here. I'm going to turn the strength up to about 40%. And let's see what it does. Let's see what we're doing. So this is about 40%, and that's already lighting up the background just a little bit. That's actually not too bad. It makes me want to increase this though. Let me increase this. And I'm actually going to turn this light off over here. Hold on. All right, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I think I want to make this a little bit brighter. Let's see. My apologies for having to put this up. And you can see it's a little bit, I don't have the perfect height here. I probably want to adjust this. And I can also change the color. If I don't like the color, I want to. What's it called? So this light right here is the Aputure F7, and the colored light behind me is the Aputure MC RGB light. I have links to these down in the description. Am I haloing a little bit? Is it coming in? Yeah, because I'm not sure how this is actually getting compressed right now. So let's see what this is doing. So hold on here. Let's see. So now I can adjust the color of this too. So if it's coming in and I'm a little bit orange, or maybe I want a more orange look. I don't know why I'd want to do that unless I was the president or something. But if I wanted to cool myself off, I can change the color of this too. So hold on. So now we're going to open up the other light. We're going to see what we can do with this other light. So let's open this up. Awesome packaging, by the way. Good job, Aputure. So these things come with like they come with little packages. They come with charging cables. They come with all the stuff that you really need to use them, and they should come charged. I hope this one's ready to go. Yeah, this one's ready to go too. Whoa, this one's really bright. So out of curiosity, so you could use an additional light. You could use an additional light. I'm going to try something. Hold on. I just locked that onto a piece of metal because I wanted to see if it will give me any separation. Hold on here. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Okay. So you see what it's doing here. This side, ideally, I could have another stand, or I would have a better place to position this other light to where it would give me a, see how I'm getting a little bit of a highlight here on my shoulders. If you see a lot of videos, a lot of on the news, a lot of YouTubers, you'll see like they'll have like a little highlight or a hair light, and that's kind of what I'm going for right here. It's still haloing. Is the haloing in purple? Yeah, ideally I would put that like evenly, and I would put that up so it would kind of give me an even thing there. So let's see. Yeah, just a little bit. The light purple is causing a halo. Okay, so hang on, guys. Let's see if we can make this even cooler. Set this up. Work in progress here. Work in progress. Change the purple to blue. Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm trying to get my skin tone to not be so orange. All right, so yeah, let's change. Hold on, guys. So one really cool thing here, where is it? The purple one, the little lights, they actually come with a little diffuser too. So let's diffuse that a little bit. Let's see what this says. Nope, I don't like that. That's not getting good coverage. Jeremy, I'm using an app. I'm using an app called IV Cam. So I'm going to keep experimenting here. Let's see. Nope, it looks a little bit too bright. So I have the one light. Yes, Doug, that's it. So I have the one light here that's giving me just a little bit of backlight here, when I could be using two of them to kind of wash over the back so it's not so harsh. So it's not so harsh there in the middle. But we're going to keep experimenting. We're going to see. So what color? What color should I choose? It's called IV Cam. So the setup that I have, I'm using IV Cam into my iPhone. You need the IV Cam software into your computer. Then you can run directly into StreamYard, or you can pull it into OBS or into Streamlab, and it works. We're going back to purple? Okay. Let's see, is that too harsh? Is that too harsh? Purple. Yeah, it's a little bit harsh right where it's first blasting out onto the wall. I've got an idea. So what I've done is I've actually just set that really close to the wall. That's why it's hitting the wall so harsh in the center. But if I take one of these chairs and I put it directly behind my chair and then I shoot it off, it might give it a bigger wash. So let's try that. Let's swap the chairs out. Let me bring this back here. See if that makes a difference. Let's see what that looks like. Does that look a little bit better? How is that doing? Maybe. Now, you can, I don't have the app yet. So apparently you can download an app from Aputure, and I could pull up my phone and I could dial through the different colors on the app. So I could go through I could affect, the amount of saturation, the hue, the brightness level. I can adjust all of that through an app, which I don't have right now. So let's adjust this again. Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's too bright? So all I'm doing is I'm just changing. It has a little roll. I don't know if you can see that, but you can change everything right up here. Start the download. Blue. Well, it seems a little bit harsh. I think some of the problem is coming from the IV Cam app that I'm using. Everything is just kind of coming in here on auto. So I think it's having a difficult time trying to decipher the true colors of what's going on here. So I'm going to experiment with this just a little bit more. Hang on. Up. Intensity down just a little bit. Which way am I going here? So if I go that way, about right there. Now again, I have two of these. So if I really wanted to get that back looking just right, I would probably use two of them to get a nice even wash over the two. It's nice now. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is just like a really quick fix. I mean, it took us, what, about realistically 20 minutes. And, well, if I lay it flat on the floor, I don't think it's going to reach because there's a sofa right behind me. I don't think it's going to be able to go up. But if I took the time to actually get the right angle, right, to get the right angle for that and for this, because I can see the app right now is kind of going through like an auto thing trying to figure out the color. Hey, Sabby, how's it going, my man? Hope you were doing well. Let me see if I can actually adjust this on the fly. Hang tight here. So if I go into settings, give me 1 second here. No quality. Let's see what I can do. So auto white balance. We don't want that. Nope, we don't want that. Nope. Exposure. Yeah, it seems like it's having some problems with my color here. So bear with me. See how that's coming out. Nope, that's not ideal. I'm still going. I'm still trying to figure it out. Let's see here. Automatic white balance. Hang on. If I go this way, that happens. We don't want that. If I go this way, it's definitely too hot there. So we're just kind of playing it by ear. So I'm going to adjust this a little bit more. And again, so we've got this, right? So now that this is going on behind me, right, now that this is actually turned off, you can see what a difference this light makes in the front, right? And you can see this light over here on the side that's kind of hitting me on the side. I could probably turn that down. It looks like it's a little bit too bright, but you get the idea. And then when you turn this on, Leron, how's it going, my man? Leron, I'm just testing out some Aputure lights. No, it looks like it might be way too bright here. So Leron, I'm stuck in Mexico, as you may or may not know, and I needed to get some lights. So I ordered some stuff from Aputure. They sent me a bunch of stuff, and I unboxed it, and I'm just trying to figure out a different setting because I'm in an Airbnb that's got terrible, just ugly white lights around. So I'm just trying to figure it out. Thought we were about to DJ. Yeah. Hey, Andrew, how's it going, my man? So let's talk Leron. Let's talk about Leron for a second. Guys, so if you're into tech, if you're into figuring out ways to speed up your Wi-Fi, if you're looking for ways to tweak your router to get faster internet, this dude right here, he's the guy you need to go see. And Leron, your growth is just incredible right now, man. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, so that was the idea. So easily improve the quality on the cheap. That was the whole idea. So this, the F7, I think this might cost around $100. It's a little bit different down here in Mexico because I had to pay, it was like the conversion, the currency difference, and it's a little bit more expensive because it had to be imported. So I think this was around $100, and the RGB lights were RGB lights were maybe 90, 95, 100, something like that. So yeah, so for about, I mean, technically you could probably get away with one of these. If you just needed to light yourself up from the front, especially if you're traveling and you needed something to light your face, this can definitely do that. Turn this down here. Right, so you can see that's quite a big difference. And the light's barely on. It might be on maybe 10% or 15% right now. I can't turn it around. But I can also adjust the color. So if my skin tone's a little too blue or a little too orange, you can adjust it on the Kelvin scale to dial in the right number. And again, the app is just running on auto. So if you're getting some weird color fluctuations, that's why I'm using an app called IV Cam that's running into the computer, allowing me to stream with my iPhone 11 Pro. And it's got a little bit of a mind of its own. Let's see. I'm from Puerto Rico. Just started my YouTube channel doing my phone, and I love your channel. Hey, thank you, man. Hope you were doing well in Puerto Rico. Yeah, so this is actually quite a difference. This is actually quite a difference. So just for comparison, for those of you who just came in and you're like, what is this? What's going on here? I'm going to show you where this started. So I'm going to turn this back off. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to put the other lights. Uh-oh, what just happened? Right? It's already kind of fallen apart. You can see what's happening here. This is where we started. So for those of you who are just coming in, this is where we started. I'm in a kitchen in an Airbnb in Mexico. I've got a tiny table to work with. I've got these ugly overhead lights that are shining down. And so that's why I ordered, right? Leron, right, so what I did, Leron, and these just arrived today. These just came in today, and I'm just setting this up live. I thought this would be a really fun thing to do, is just go live and see how we can set these up. So I ordered 2 of these, Leron, for those of you who are just joining us. Hey, G. Michael Jr. So I've got 2 of these. These are the Aputure MC RGB lights. I have 2 of these. However, I'm only using one of them for the color in the background. The other one I was testing out is like a hair light just on one side, just experimenting. If I wanted to get like a nice even wash of color in the background, I would use them both and balance it out. And the light that I'm using is a key light, which I don't recommend as a key light unless you want something mobile. And that was the whole idea with this kit, is I wanted 2 or 3 lights I can keep in my bag, travel with them everywhere. If I go to an event, if I go see my mom or whatever, I can travel with them. I wouldn't recommend using this as your normal key light. If you're at home, definitely get a bigger light source. The bigger the light source you have, if you get like a larger soft box, it's going to be a softer light source, and it's going to look better on your skin. The smaller the lights get, the more harsh it's going to look on your skin. So I picked up one of these, change it to red to match the Nimmin audio. Okay, yeah, so should I go back? Should we go back? Or should we just keep it like this? But right, huge difference. 3 little lights, and technically you can get away with 2 of them. So let's build those back up one more time. Okay, so now we've just got the creepy light coming from the screen here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to light up the one in the back. We're lighting up the one in the back. Then I'm going to light up the hair light. Ideally, I could position the hair light one above me or centered in the back so I have an even hair light around, at the top of my head and around my shoulders, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to turn this on here. And that might be That's probably a little bit too harsh. And then I'm going to turn on this ACE or F7 right there. Boom. There we go. And you see how the color's off balanced? The blue has a great wash. Yeah, it's a little bit off balance though. You can see up here, it's not hitting as much. Well, it kind of does. So I think the problem is with my app. So if I set up manual settings for this and I dialed everything in, you probably wouldn't see these color fluctuations here. The blue you had before. Leron, so for the front, I'm using this Aputure F7. It's just, it's an LED light. It's sitting about 12 inches from my face, about face height. Not something I'd recommend for, obviously for a studio situation, but if you're, the whole idea for this is like, hey, you're on the road, you're gonna travel, you're going to Vid Summit, you're going to VidCon, you wanna tuck some super lightweight lights in your bag. That's kind of why I got these. The blue, yeah, let's see what else. Let's check the color here. I have an app so that we should just change it here. Yeah, D, you have to manually adjust this. Yeah, so I don't have the app, but they do have an app, so you can dial it all in to change the colors. Yeah, it's close and personal, but it works. Yeah, that's the thing. Down and dirty gets the job done. Compared to what I had before, which was just like really harsh overhead lights. Let's, whoa, what just happened there? Green, we don't want green. Like a yellow. Don't want that. So we got like a purple going on, like a light purple. I think the blue looks pretty good though. Nope, you can't compare it to what you had before, totally different room. But this is a little bit harsh here. Let me dial it back. It might be a little bit strong, and this might be a little strong over here. The cool thing about these, the MCs, one, they're magnetized, so you can screw them on a tripod or some sort of a stand, or you can just stick them against something magnetic. The power box is actually on the wall here in this Airbnb, and I was just sticking this on the power box. So I'm going to turn this down. It seems like it's too bright. But right there, and I'm actually going to change the color to see what that does. The couch shadow is very strange with the green and yellow. Yeah, you know, okay, so here's the thing. The light is down low. Ideally, that light, you can see here that it's creating a weird shadow around the pillows. It's because it's down low. I don't have any way to raise it higher than I have it right now. But if I were to manually raise it, you're gonna see what happens here is that shadow goes away, right? So as it comes down, the shadow's there, but if I had a way to get this right behind me, like a taller stand, which I don't have, those shadows go away. So that's what's happening there. It's very powerful for a small light. Yeah, so the one that's shining off the pinkish purple here, this is like the size of a credit card, maybe just a little bit larger than a credit card. Let me change this back to like a yellowish. Hold on here. Let's see what's going on here. Hey, Jay, what's going on, man? Nope, don't like that either. It's actually fun to experiment with. Yeah, you can see this coming in just a little bit here. Like I said, ideally, I could have it on both sides. But big difference, right? Big difference from starting out with the harsh overhead lights. Go from blue to green. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Hold on. You can go purple. Yeah, we're going back to blue for a second. Yeah, man, that blue is something else. Dr. Stin, what is going on? I am testing out some lights that I had delivered today, trying to come up with a little mobile travel kit solution. Hey, Snacks and Snugs, how you doing? Lee Ron says, adapt, improvise, overcome. This is more than just okay. Yeah, you know, for the size that everything is, you know, the size that these lights are. And then in the back here, so what I've done is I took the little MC, the shadow on the cushion, yeah, it disappears sort of. I took the little MC RGB light and I just screwed it onto the top of the Manfrotto Pixie mini tripod. By the way, I've got links to these right at the bottom, like click down to my description. I've got like a little paragraph and then I've got like 3 or 4 links there just in case you want to look at these to see up close what these look like and all of that. And they all come with little bags too, which is cool. So the RGB ones come with little bags. They also come with diffusers, which I think is pretty cool. So if you wanted to use the little RGB light as a diffusion, or as a diffused light on you, if you wanted to make it white, oh, that's cool. So it actually comes with some 3M stickies here, like the back of the GoPro adhesive mounts. So it comes with a couple of these that are Velcro. It comes with a charging cable. And by the way, I bought all this stuff. This is not a sponsored thing. So it also comes with a really thick piece of diffusion that I think is really interesting here. Let's try this as a key light. So let me take this corner light over here and let me try this as a key light with this diffuser because it's quite different. So the way the diffusion works, this is actually a really thick piece of rubber. How is this? Then we'll just slide in here. Oh yeah, like that. Okay. Then I can still control everything. Oh, really nice. Yeah, so this is the size of it with the diffusion on here. So what I'm going to do, let's remove this F7, the larger LED, which isn't much larger, and compare it against this with the diffusion on here, shall we? And by the way, for those of you who are just coming in, I've added another layer of diffusion to the LED light. I've got some laundry clips because I'm in an Airbnb, right? That's what I got. And I've got a piece of paper towel, just white old plain kitchen towel, and I added it as another layer of diffusion. So let me unscrew this, and I'll show you what this is up close if I don't drop it. Please don't fall, please don't fall. Oh, right, so this is a little bit bigger. Comparison, you can see the size. So this is the MC RGB, and this one is the F7 that requires a battery, while this one has a battery built in. So I'm going to turn this one off for now. Put this over here. Now we're going to use this tiny one. I'm going to change the color, and we're going to, let's see here. Hold on. There we go. Let's change the color here. So I'm going to screw this in and see what this looks like. Whoa, that's actually pretty bright. So let me turn this down. hot lighting. Yeah, so this little one can be just as bright holding the sun. I'm going to crank it up really high here for a second. So it has one layer of diffusion on it, but I can add some more by using the paper. So we don't have an oven. If we had an oven, I would probably use baking paper. But this is just a white paper towel because, you know, this Airbnb does not have an oven. So let me crank this up a little bit more. And I can also change the color temperature on this small one as well. But yeah, that's not bad. What's diffusion? Apollo instinct. So diffusion is anything that softens the light source. For example, you have an open window and the sun is coming through the window. You have no curtains, nothing. It's just an open window. The sun is just barreling through the window and it's really harsh. Then you can take, let's say you have a white thin curtain. You can close the curtain, or you can take a bed sheet, a white bed sheet, and then hang that up over the top, and then that sun is going to go through the curtain or go through the bed sheet, and it's going to soften the light. Anytime you have light coming in, you definitely want to diffuse the light so it's not so harsh on you. Now, this lighting kit, I don't recommend this for your home studio. No, this is for traveling, right? This is a mobile kit. Just something to have in your bag. The color lights are great for accent lights. So if you want to accent something in the background, that's fine. But I would never want to use like the A7 or use this as my main key light, that it's called, the main light hitting me. I'm going to use a bigger, softer source. Nick Pitt Thrift, thank you so much. I think you're an amazing creator, teacher. Thank you. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, Nick Pitt Thrift. Much appreciated. Thank you. So which one looks best? Do you think the small one looked better? The one that we're using right now? The color might be a little bit off because I haven't adjusted that. Or does the larger one look better for the front light? What do you guys think? Go ahead in the chat. Let me know which one you think actually. I can't believe all of this color behind me is coming from one light. This is great, a bit yellow. What's Leron say? It's a bit yellow, but I prefer this one. Interesting. So yeah, I can definitely change. I can change the color of this. This one looks better. Fascinating. The larger one puts too much light on your face, like you're being interrogated. Well, maybe I should turn it down. Maybe it's too bright. So maybe I can bring this up. 67. Hey, Landshark Picker, thank you so much. Much appreciated. So we just had a members only live stream yesterday. But I'm gonna do this on my spooky. We're getting it spooky. I just had a members only live stream yesterday. We do weekly members live streams. I announce them on my community feed. And that's where I can help you with the channel review, give you tips and try to find things that you're missing out on your channel and opportunities that can help you get more views and that sort of thing. So thank you so much for becoming a member. Keep an eye on my community feed. There will be another members only live stream next week. So I just changed the color of this a little bit, Leron. I don't know if it, yeah, it's still a little bit yellow. Andrew says, welcome to the Nimminati. Whoa, looks cool. Yeah, so this one definitely is not as harsh. So I'm thinking the larger one. Probably needs to be dialed down a little bit. If you think, hey, Shelly, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so if you think this looks better, then that means the big one is too strong. So I need to dial it back. So let's do that. Shelly, I'm experimenting with some lights that I picked up today. So that's what we're doing today. So let me see here, 21%. Let's stick that out there. Let's see if it's still giving me some separation. A little bit. All right, let me get the other light back on here. This way. Yeah, so the problem, Leron. Yeah, the problem was I didn't have any lights here in Mexico. None whatsoever. All right, so this might be a little bit bright. Let's see here. Let's turn down the brightness because you guys said it was too hot. All right, so let's try that. Okay, so the large one is back up now. Is that better? What do you guys think? Can we get a consistency? What am I trying? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm tired. Nope, you still like the other one better. Man, maybe I should send this one back and pick up a third little MC. So, Leron, is this one too harsh or is it the color? What is it about the small one that you think looks better? Thanks, Scully. Andrew says likes the small one. Leron likes the small one. Susie, thank you so much. You like the other one also. What is it about the other one? Is it the color? Is it the harshness of this one? Maybe I need to diffuse this one more? You think this one, it's still too harsh? Man, okay, well, let's see what we can do about that. What is going on here? And I froze again. Let me pull this back, because some of this, hold on here. Maybe since the diffuser is so thick, it gives you nicer. This one's isn't doing anything for you. So it's too harsh. Okay. My back. You think it's a smooth look. So the smaller one, I wonder if I should diffuse, I wonder if I should be right back. Whatever it takes, people, whatever it takes. All right, let's see what it does here. Andrew says, can you use it? Here's the problem, Andrew. I don't have tripods. All I have with me, I have a couple of these with me, and that's what the blue one is sitting on behind me. I have a switch pod, and I have and my girlfriend has a little selfie stick. So what I did is I took my switch pod, and it's on the ground, then I screwed the selfie stick handle on top of the switch pod, and then I put the light on top of it to try to raise it a little bit. So I'm gonna put another layer of this on top to see what that does. This is why Walmart does not have paper. You guys thought the run on toilet paper was because people were afraid they couldn't wipe their butts? Wrong. People are trying to diffuse their sets. Okay, so I put another layer up here. Did that help at all? Keep trying, D. You'll get the right one. Thank you, man. Thank you. You feel like even toning the larger one down doesn't do the trick. Okay, let me try it down a little bit more. You know, another thing that could be happening, because this is really turned down low right now. So here it is. So this is off. This is how low I've got it. So you're also seeing light coming from my screen here. So this is off. That's on. I've just barely got it on. See that? See the shadow difference there? It's just lighting up over here just a little bit. Just barely on my face there. So the smaller one. So is that the consensus that the smaller one looks better? It might. Yeah, Leron. So Yeah, so it could be the app. I know the app's running on auto. I set the app to run on manual, but it's overriding me, and every time I open it back up, it's like going back to auto. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Brings out my gray. Thank you. I work hard on my gray. Every one of these gray hairs, there's probably a girlfriend that I can tell you a story about. Oh. So you think the consensus is the smaller one looks better. That beard is, hey Deo, how's it going, man? Beard on point. Yes, it's just being lazy is what this is. It's barely on here. Wow, barely. But if I crank this up, now see, now you can see a huge difference, right? Now you can see, now you can see a really big difference there. The app is working for streaming. That's what I'm using to stream my phone with right here. But it's not allowing me to do anything with manual controls. The smaller looks better. Every gray hair is a channel. That's great. Every gray hair is a channel audit. I love that, Liron. That's merch worthy right there. Okay, so I'm going to swap this out again just to make sure, because I'm going to roll with this, whatever you guys think looks best. So I'm going to take this off. Take this off. There's no diffusion on that. Turn this off. Hold on here. Whoa. Surprised you're not using, hey, listen, if they have lights that would somehow work in dark mode, that would be actually no lights. So yeah, we can go dark mode. We can do that. Yeah, so what you're seeing here, this is just a light from my screen. Yeah, the town makes a difference. So now I'm going to bring the power back down on this one. It may be a simple thing of proximity. The big light is too close. The small one works better and smaller. Yeah, that could be it, Liron. But I know StreamYard is compressing the heck out of this too, and then YouTube is, of course, going to compress it as well. Okay, so now we've got the small one here. Let me dial this back on. So now that we're back to the small one. So this is off, on. And we're back to the small one here. Where are we at? Whoopsie. Let's see. So do we still think it's a small one? This one looks better. I can also diffuse a little bit more. I can hang one of these over it. And that's the great thing with LED lighting is LEDs don't get hot. So it doesn't matter what you hang over it. You'll love it. The smaller for sure. Okay, maybe I'll send this one back. The right side is not rich with it. Maybe I should send this one back. This is the bigger one anyway, the bigger one, the heavier one. It's the way it separates you from the background, nice and clean. Interesting. Turn it up here. Let's see. You liked both. Scully, yes. So anything white will work. Now, here's the important thing. I'm using LEDs. LEDs don't get hot. I mean, they might get a little bit warm because of the battery inside, but the lights themselves don't get hot. You can use paper towels. You can use a white T-shirt. You can use baking sheets. So in the Nimmin Live studio, some of the overhead lights that we have there are the typical incandescent bulbs that you might have around your house where they screw in and they get hot. Now, if you have a bulb that gets hot, the best thing to use, you can actually go to the photography store and you can get paper that they make for diffusion paper. It doesn't matter if it gets hot or not. Or you can get baking paper, plain old white, milky looking baking paper, because baking, you can put it in the oven and baking paper is okay. So if you can put it in the oven, then it's obviously okay to put on next to a hot light. Still, I wouldn't touch the hot light with it, but you could put it in front of it and it's going to be fine. Yeah, man, 700 subs and I'm gonna get 100,000. A couple more days, a few more days. Yeah, so let's talk about the grocery bags. And that's a funny thing. So they have screw-on lights. They have the incandescent lights that get warm and they put grocery bags on top of them. Well, when I found out that they did that, I couldn't believe it because those bags can melt, right? If those lights get hot, those bags can melt. They can definitely put some sort of a toxic fume in the air, that sort of thing. But yeah, what are you gonna do? I love this one better because it focuses only on you and doesn't affect the blue in the back. Interesting. So are you saying that the bigger one was washing some light onto the background? Change the color to green? Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Hold on, guys. So we can change the color to like a light blue. Here's a green background. Don't really care for that. And this looks like it's a little bit hot. D, what mobile ring light would you recommend? Matt, that's a great question. I don't own a mobile ring light. But I know there's a company called Newer. I think it's in Leron, you might know that, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Neewer or Neweer. The company's called Newer. And I know they make some good ring lights, but I don't own any. I don't own any ring lights. I don't own any ring lights. And here's the thing about ring lights. If you wear glasses, you can't put the ring lights straight on, head on like this, or you're gonna get you see the reflection on my screen right now coming into my glasses? If you use a ring light and you do it straight on with glasses, you're gonna see that circle. So you're gonna be mindful of that. Changing colors once again. We got yellow, like an orange. Orange is kind of cool. I don't think I've seen anybody streaming with orange. It's not great for the skin color though. Yeah, got red. Not too bad. So another thing here with this light that I'm using. So I have my microphone and the light connected to my switch pod because I don't have anything else. Believe it or not, the microphone that I'm using, it doesn't screw into this. I need a little thing to make it larger on the top. I don't even know what size it is. 1/4, I believe, 3/8 to 1/4, something like that. I don't have it, so I can't put my microphone on this. It has to screw into my switch pod, so that means I have to have it close to me. If I had a different stand or something, I can move this away from me, and I could build up some other diffusion for it, possibly. It might work even better. Hey, Christina, how you doing? The orange is puke. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Kind of dig the purple, the pinkish purple. Kind of dig that. I'm not too proud for pink, I'll admit it. Let's see here. Purple would be pretty behind you. Yeah, there's like this color. Oh, I thought that was moving to purple. Hold on, there we go. And then we got a purple. Yeah, so there we go. That is my little traveling, that's my new traveling kit. So what do you guys think? Purple or blue? Purple or blue? And I can't stand this reflection of the monitor here. Purple or blue? What do we got? I need backlight puppets. That's funny. Purple or blue? Which one are we running with? Blue, 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 blue. Leron and Christina love purple. Blue. Yeah, Christina. So, as you know, stuck in Mexico, and I wanted to get some lights going on, so I picked up two of these. These are tiny little Aputure lights. It's the Aputure MC RGB light. I grabbed two of these, and just one of those is shooting off the color here in the background. This is one light shooting off that color. And I'm using the other one here in front of me because everybody says it looks better. I picked up an additional light, which is the Aputure F7, which is larger, but they're saying that it doesn't look as good. So I've got that second. But that's cool because if I can return this or just use it somewhere else, the little RGB lights are so much smaller and lightweight. So are we purple? Is this purple? Is it this purple or a different purple? Are you affected by Tropical Storm Cristobal? Not yet. Oh, there's a full purple right there. So is it that purple or is it a pinkish purple? Nevermore Antiques, how you doing? I am demonstrating some LED lights that I picked up today. I unboxed them right before we went live. I didn't do any setup earlier today. I'm kind of doing it on the fly and kind of getting your feedback along the way. This purple looks awesome. Okay, now I'm curious if there's anything I can do with this. So let's see. Okay, so that's all we got. The other purple. This purple. All right, guys. Hey, Dan, how's it going? A lot of mixed opinions here. This actually looks good. This one. That one. Okay. Okay, so this is Hue Color 270. Okay. So we've got the background dialed in. Hue Color 270 on the Aputure MC. That's the color. So what I really need to figure out is I need to figure out a better way to diffuse this, this light that I'm using for a key light here. So here's the difference between the paper towel. The paper towel is off, on. You can see a little bit of a difference, right? Just putting paper towel on it. So paper towel is on, paper towel is off. And all I'm doing is just draping it over here. And I'm going to try a second layer just to see. So now we have two layers of diffusion, kind of bootleg setup. And the glow that you're getting from my glasses is unfortunately coming from my, my screen here. Can I move the one in front slightly to the left? Yeah, so here's the thing. I can move the one in the front, but my microphone is on it. So anytime I move this, I have to readjust my microphone. So bear with me, and let's see what we can do here. We can probably move it a little bit over here, maybe get some mood going on. It makes you look sickly with the paper towels. What? What do you mean sickly? So, one paper towel, no paper towels. It looks a little bit bright to me. And bring this over to the side, maybe just a little bit. How's that? Like you have jaundice. I might have jaundice. Anything is possible, Christina. Jaundice makes you yellow, though. Jaundice makes you yellow. It's the software. It's overexposing you. Okay, hang on. Let me see. What am I doing? What's going on here? Okay, hang on. Oh, wow, it cranked up the exposure. Check that out. Looks way better. Okay. It's not the light. Yeah, I've got this sickly. Yeah, I look sickly. Thanks, Christina. So is it still overexposing here? I'm wrestling with this light, or with this setting from the app. I gotta adjust my mic here. Now on my end, and I don't know how it looks on you guys, but on my end, the light is making my skin look a lot more reddish on my end. So I'm not sure how it's looking for you. Yes, between your beard and your nose. Hold on here. What about my beard and my nose, Leron? What about the beard and the nose? It looks red. You look fab without paper towels. Okay. Yeah, it's so weird. So if, a weird thing is happening. So, oh, I'm freezing again. In StreamYard, in the admin of StreamYard, forehead looks sunburnt. Yeah, the admin of StreamYard, it looks fine. And then when I'm looking at it, thanks, Leron. I'm gonna have a look right now, Leron. Thank you. Hold on. Leron, I don't see a tweet from you, my man. Hold on. That's where it's overexposing. Forehead looks sunburnt. Okay, working on it. Work in progress. There it is. Okay, I see. Weird. All right, let's see. Let me pull this back just a little bit more if I can. So pull the exposure back a little bit. What does this do? All right. So it looks like, hey, Tim Wah Mathis class, what's the subject? I'm testing some lights. I'm testing out some lights. Okay, so yeah, it looks like with this particular app that I'm using to stream with, this might be, you know, the best that it's going to get, because this is obviously going to way overexpose me if I turn this up, but if I turn this way down here, if I turn this down, I'm going to move it that way. Hold on, guys. Maybe move this around, kind of bring it from the side a little bit. Thanks for everybody sending the screenshots in. Dan, have a good one. Have a good night, guys. Keep good. Leron, man, have a good one. Yes, I'm just bringing this in on a little bit here. Okay, well, so this is what we got. This is what we're working with. Like, without spending too much time, without spending a lot of money, this is what we come up with. So what we have right now is two lights. Two lights, that's it. So I've got one light shining purple in the background, and then I've got one light here in the front, which isn't ideal. I've turned the other big one off. Work with that, it works. It might be the best for now. Yeah. Yeah, so what I would do, so if I'm gonna record a video, I would set this up and I would turn off the actual Let me see if I can dim the screen. Hold on, by just sticking these in front of it. I don't know if that'll work or not. See, look at how, so I'm going to put these over my screen so you can see how much light's coming off of it. Oh, that could be the problem too. So this computer, I know it fluctuates with the display. It's a maddening problem. So you're going to see how much light's actually coming off of the screen. See that? So what you're seeing right now is only this light over here on the side. All this other light's coming from the screen. So if I'm going to record a video, hold on, I'm going to go and see how this looks here. Hold on here. Maybe best for now. So if I'm going to record a video, I'm obviously not going to do it with this computer screen on. Yeah, so here's the thing about recording in the daytime. It looks just like it does with all the lights on. And I'm going to turn those back on to show you guys the difference once again, because I know some of you are, hey, Tana, how's it going? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. This is a work in progress, trying to figure this out. Holy moly. Right? Mexico up at 9. Hey, Almighty R, how you doing? Go dark mode. Yeah, so this is the difference. So we've got two lights. So now I'm going to go back to where I started. So we're going to turn off the backlight again, because I know some people are just coming in. So this is what we have here. Backlight is now turned off. Front light is now turned off. And this is where we started. We started with this. I'm in a really drab Airbnb, white walls, really harsh lights up above. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thanks for watching the videos and hanging out with us. So this is where we started, right? We started with this kind of really harsh everything. And I can see it's kind of, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see here, auto white balance. Boom, okay. Hold on here, guys. I accidentally tapped on Streamlabs, and now Streamlabs is trying to open, so hang on. We want to close Streamlabs. An error occurred, no. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. This is just the overhead lights in the room. So you can see it's quite a huge difference. And the lights, I'm using these little lights right here for those of you who are just coming in. It's this big. It's this big. So this is the diffusion that goes on top of it. But it's this big. Super, super tiny. It's like 3 fingers wide. I mean, I've got big hands, but it's 3 fingers. It's just a little bit bigger than a credit card. It might even be the same size this way as a credit card or pretty close to it. And then you can diffuse it to soften the light by putting it in here. Yeah. There we go. Huge difference, right? Huge difference between having the color, having the light here on the front. That definitely adds some mood to it. I'm going to turn this back on. So I'm just experimenting here. So I just put one of those little lights up here in the corner just to give me a little separation here. Backlight on. And I'm going to use the big one just for this, just because I wanted to put that other one on the wall. So I'm using the big one here. Yikes, come on. Screw in there, boy. Here we go. Why won't you go? Why won't you go? Trying to screw this into something here. There we go. All right. You need some cool lighting like that. I'm going to turn this way down. All right. And then there's the difference. Now I'm using the big light here again, so it might not be as soft as the other one. Light from your display is messing you up. Yeah, that's the problem. So if I come over here, because so the STREAMYARD admin is like all white. Everything about it's white, and it's just blaring up into my face. So I've just now I put it on YouTube here and on the dark mode. So the only thing coming from my screen is a dark mode YouTube and the actual window itself. So now let me experiment with this just a little bit here. Bear with me, guys. You're liking it. Hey, Jake, how's it going? I need some cool lighting like that. Okay. You know, they do have another layer of diffusion. So give me a second here. I don't know if I can run both of these at the same time. Give me a moment. So they gave us two. Here's one. Let me see if they both, no, they don't. It looks like it's either one or the other. Unless I can figure out a way to get it in there. Nope, can't do it. I'm liking it too. One Mighty R says, I'm almost done updating my thumbnails. Like you said, I've gotten some more views of my older vids. Thanks. Hey, man, small tweaks, man. Little changes make a difference. Okay. Yeah, so now you're seeing very little from my screen right now, and you're seeing just directly from the lights. So I might have to change the actual color profile of the lighting in here. Give me 1 second. White balance. See what that does. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. So this is really cool. So this app will also turn on the light on my phone. So now I can have actually, look at that. So now I can have a little bit more of a light source. That's okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I bet it would drain the battery fast though. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, so for those of you who are just coming in, I'm just testing out some different lights. I picked up some lights today. I haven't had a chance to play with them yet, so I thought it'd be great to experiment with the lights, experiment with the settings and the colors and how everything works with you guys live. So that's what we're doing. Let me turn this down. It's a little bit too bright there. Autofocus. No, I think it's way too bright. Auto white balance. All right, that's what we got. Not bad, not bad. When I go back to here, the light comes up from my screen. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it, my man. That's a slight game changer with the ability to use the light on the iPhone too. Your cap is, yeah, that's the thing with the cap. So, you know, this light's coming down here off the side. And it's I can't win with the cap, man. I can't win with the cap, especially because I'm traveling, right? If I were in a studio, if it really bothered me, I could take a piece of like foam core or a piece of white board or something and put it on the desk, and that light would bounce off of there and it would come up from the bottom and light up underneath here. Yeah, that's really interesting that I can add light from my phone. So I click here, first level. Let me know which level looks the best. So this is level 1 with the light from the phone. This is level 2. Now we're on level 2. Now we're going to level 3. Now we're going to level 4. That's a little bit bright. And now we're going one more. 5, I can tell it's too bright. And now it's off. So which one of those looked better? Which one of those actually helped fill in the shadows a bit more? Ooh, I'm blind now after that one. Completely blind after that one. Hi, Heidi, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you were doing well. The microphone that I'm using is called the 2 or 3, level 1 and 2. Okay, so probably 2. I'd go for 2. Okay. The microphone that I'm using right now is the Rode VideoMic NTG. It's a USB microphone, or it will plug into your phone. It's kind of a versatile microphone. Level 2. Okay, so this one. 1, 2. So that one right there. Okay. Now here's the funny thing. I'm using the light on my phone, plus I'm live streaming. It'll probably destroy my battery. Maybe, maybe not. But that's not bad, right? For like a bootleg setup. A bootleg setup, we've been streaming for 1 hour and 28 minutes. These lights have been on for at least 1 hour and 20 minutes. And I've still got plenty of battery left. I've hardly used any battery at all on this one behind me. We're just gonna put the party bulb on, get the different colors cruising through there. Put the MC on your desk on low. Yeah, so I'm back to the large one now. The problem is all the light that's coming from my computer screen right now. So if I click out of StreamYard and I only get, like, because now I've got like the dark mode here on YouTube, so it's going to darken it just a little bit. So level 2. Okay. You like the mauve background? You would, Heidi. You would like that. The Samsung Galaxy 2 battery life and camera is amazing so far. Yeah, that's a solid phone. The S20 is a great phone. Is that a green screen? No, that's a light, Heidi. I'm using I bought 2 of these tiny LED lights from Aputure. They're RGB. So I'm using one of them over here. Actually, let me show you this one. So it's this big. So the light behind me is the exact same light as this. And by the way, I have links down in the description if anybody wants to get these. So the big light here is the Aputure F7. I'm not recommending that one so much. That one doesn't have color. The A7 doesn't have color. If you want the ones with color, you want the MC. It's the MC RGB, and it looks like this. The cool thing about this is it has a built-in battery. It charges USB-C, so you can plug it into your wall or from your computer, USB-C. And these are magnets, so if you have something metal that you just want to stick them to, overhead or an extra stand, or this was just sticking to the electrical box over here in the Airbnb, that will stick there. It also comes with a pouch and charging cables, and it comes with a diffusion box, so you can soften the light. Yes, the MC RGB, Heidi. If you want to look at them, I've got links right down on my description, right at the top. So I've got that first paragraph, and I think the first light is the A7. I think the second one is it's just called the MC. It looks like this. And what you want to look for when you're looking at the pictures, you want to look for the one that looks like this on the back, because these are the batteries. They have an older version that's not as good as these. You want this one. It's got the magnets on the back. It's called the MC, or it's the RGB light. Yes, G. Michael Jr. Hold on. So the one behind me is mounted on this. This is the Manfrotto Pixie. You can just screw like a phone mount on here. This is good for vlogging or putting your camera on here. But right, this is, I'm not traveling with tripods and stuff like that. I've got a couple of these and I've got a switch pod. That's it. So here in the bottom, you can see it's got the, you see the hole down there at the bottom. And you can just screw that into any tripod. It's got the 1/4-inch screw up here on the top, just like that. So the light behind me, it's exactly this setup right here. The one that's making all the colors, it's sitting behind me on a chair, sitting on this, blasting the light out that way. So let's see here, hold on. Let's see what else. Are you able to adjust how fast the colors rotate? They're all, so Love Me Last says, what does it run off of? So the color, the RGB light, it has a built-in battery. Built-in battery source. I read that if you go full power, they last about 2 hours. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I've used maybe 30% of the battery, and it's on 40%. So. Yeah, Heidi, you might have a hard time getting them right now. They sell out, but you can check down in the description. So whatever you click on the link, and if they're sold out, then just look around for them. Make sure you get the MC RGB from Aputure. Susie, I don't think you can control the speed. However, you can download an app for free. I just haven't downloaded it yet. I literally just opened this stuff up and went live with it. Like what you're seeing here is like, I had unboxed this just moments before to make sure it worked, and I unboxed one of the colored ones just to make sure it came on. Other than that, you're learning about this stuff as I am. So Susie, with the app, it might be able to control it with the app, but in the actual the light itself, no. It has a bunch of different effects. So it's got like pulsing effects, it's got lightning. It's got cop car effects, you know, in case you're like, whoa, whoa, don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. Don't beat the hell out of me, bro. I'm getting swatted. They're coming for me. Apparently, this is supposed to look like a fire. I don't know. So it has an effects patch. So you can change any color. It's RGB. Any color you want. And it also has effects where it's got cop cars, lightning, party. This is supposed to look like a fire in the background. I don't know. Cars, pulsing, party. It's got lightning. I'm not even sure what this one is. Got a broken bulb. It's like a random pattern, which would probably be really cool with like an undershot coming up on my face, looking all spooky. Got this one called Fireworks. Yeah, I don't know. From India, namaste. I hope you are doing well in India. Using StreamYard. Yes, I'm using StreamYard. And if you want to get StreamYard, you can, I've got links to all this stuff in my description. If you want StreamYard, if you want links out to some of my videos to learn how to do things like make thumbnails or learn how to live stream, or you want to check out these lights, just head down to my description. You can check all that out down there. And then back to purple. There we go. There we go. Jim Michael Jr. says, I just looked up the products. You can do a lot with the app, plus control up to 100 lights. Yeah, apparently the app's cool. I watched the video earlier on the app. You can do a bunch of things, a bunch of cool things with it. It was funny. So I went live, right? I made the thumbnail really quick, posted it, and I'm like, okay, I'll go live in like 30 minutes. And then as soon as I hit live, I thought I should have put in the app because it would be great to try to figure out the app along the way. Yeah, so, that's the difference. For those of you who came in, you know where this started. So Heidi, this is where it started, right? So I'm gonna do this one more time, just because I know some people are still coming in. So front light off. Phone light is gonna be off. We're gonna turn the backlight off. Hold on. This is what we started with. So this is just my ugly overhead lighting in the Airbnb that I'm staying at. Started with this, and that's what you saw just a moment ago. Any special plans for 100,000? Great question. What do you want me to do for 100,000? I mean, I'm gonna party down here by ordering a pizza. My girlfriend and I will definitely eat a pizza to celebrate 100,000 subscribers. That should probably come in a couple of days. Can I put the lights back on? I think it looks better. What do you think? Let's put the lights back on. So this is where it starts. And by using just a couple of really expensive or really inexpensive lights like this. Greetings to you in Pakistan, sir. Little inexpensive lights like this. Whoa, we're gonna go back to the lit room. 1 second. So I've got one light coming in from the side. Purple light on in the background. This light right here. That light right there. Ta-da! So that's what we did with this little mobile lighting kit. Aputure MC RGB lights, and my big light here, which people say they don't like. They say they like the little ones better coming from the front, but the big one currently is the Aputure F7, which is a lot larger. It's a lot heavier. It needs a battery. It's a lot bigger and heavier than I thought it was going to be. It's still mobile worthy, but these little things right here, they're about the same price. The battery's built in. You charge them USB. They've got a great diffuser that goes on top of it that softens everything up. This is the win right here. I'm going to consider sending this back and picking up maybe 1 or 2 more of these. These are super light, super small. Yeah, those are the win. Hey, Justin, how you doing, man? This is a great session, Master Your Mobile Travel Lighting 101. Yeah, that's all it is. It's travel lighting. And my table here it's a really small table. Like it's maximum width for this table is 2 feet wide. 2 feet wide with a laptop on it and a switch pod. I'm sitting in like a bar stool type table or a type chair. It's the Airbnb, right? I don't have a choice. Yeah, just have these little light kits. D, I just ordered my lav mic for my phone, but the problem is I'd rather just have a mic on top of my phone for my second channel. Any affordable suggestions for Android? Okay, so if you want to put a shotgun microphone on top of your phone, my personal opinion, and take this for what it's worth, the lavalier microphone, if you find the right placement, is probably going to sound better unless you can find that sweet spot for the shotgun microphone. The problem is shotguns that are inexpensive, that are budget worthy, they don't necessarily sound that great. For example, you can get the Rode Video Micro or the Rode Video Mic. I think it's the Rode Video Mic. Justin, I think I have a video on my channel for the Rode Video Mic L, which is the iPhone version. The Android version is the Rode Video Mic. It plugs into your phone with that old school headphone jack, the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. But if you have a USB connection, then that's not going to work. So I don't know which Android that you have. But in terms of audio quality, man, the lav mic sounds pretty good. But if you want to get a shotgun microphone, I would look at a company called Deity, and I would look at a company called Rode. Where's the, hold on. I just picked up, I had them deliver this. When I ordered these lights, I ordered this. This is the Deity VLLO microphone. So this is kind of like, you know, the Boya or the Rode SmartLav Plus, but people are just raving about Deity microphones. I do know, Justin, that they now make a smaller shotgun option that would probably work for a phone. Follow them on Twitter. I don't know what the price is. They're not as cheap as like Boya. You know, Boya is definitely going to be the budget company for microphones. That sounds pretty good. These guys they're probably a little bit less expensive than Rode, but you're going to have great quality with it. It says Rode mic has been suggested was $85 more than willing to spend. You have USB and a headphone jack. Okay, yeah, look at my video on the video mic, or the Rode Video Mic Video Mic L, I think it's called, or Video Mic L. I can't remember the names. The Android version is just called the Video Mic. Check that out. But I think the lavalier mic's gonna probably sound better. Could be wrong though. Hubby says Deity is hot right now. Yeah, I know so many people who have Deity microphones that are just raving about them. And I'm traveling with the mic I'm using right now is a Rode microphone, and it doesn't sound as good as it could sound because this room is an echo chamber. I'm in the kitchen. Well, it's like a dining room, but it's like tile floors, hard walls, hard ceiling. There's nothing to diffuse the sound other than the sofa behind me, and it's just echo. It's an echo chamber. If it didn't echo, this microphone would actually sound really good. The one I'm speaking through is the Rode Video Mic NTG. It's a little bit on the higher end. Rode sent it out to me. I would have probably never paid. I would have never bought this otherwise. But I do have the Rode Video Pro Plus. I paid for that. That's pretty good. But I'm excited to test this out. I'll probably have a video coming on this soon. Yeah, so the Rode Video Mic Me L. Yeah, thanks for that. It's the Rode Video Mic Me. So the Rode Video Mic Me is for Android. It connects in via 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. The Rode Video Mic Me L, the L stands for Lightning port because it plugs into the Lightning port on your iOS device. So you got to make sure you get the right one if you get that mic. I have a video on my channel talking about the Video Mic Me L. It's the same exact microphone as the Video Mic Me. It's just a different connector. So if you're curious about how that sounds, I do mostly outside testing, but I do go inside for a little bit for comparison. You can watch that video, make up your own conclusion. I personally like a lavalier mic better than that microphone. I have both of them. I have the Video Mic Me and I have the Video Mic Me L. I have them both, but I traveled with them for a while, and then I just realized that for my voice, I just went back to the lavalier microphone or just a tiny little shotgun mic. I need to turn this off. This is hurting my eyes. Hold on here. Yeah, that's got to go. That's hurting my eyes there. The Mic Me is $85. Maybe eventually when this channel is making money. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to, so Justin, here's another thing. Deity, this company right here, follow them on Twitter. They're always giving away microphones. They're constantly giving away microphones. It's even worth sending them a tweet. Be like, hey guys, I have an Android. which one of your products do you think would work the best for my Android that's not going to break the bank? Also, go watch their videos, subscribe to them on YouTube. They do a thing to where they pick a comment. People will ask questions underneath the video, and like in the next video, they don't do it on all of them, but then they'll pick a question, answer the question, then give away a microphone. They're constantly giving away microphones. So maybe you can pick one up for free. It's worth following them to see. Can you tell me about the specs for your video editing system? So when I'm traveling, I'm going to be using Videoleap on my phone or LumaFusion on my iPad. If I'm on my computer, anywhere I'm on a computer, I'm going to be using Vegas Pro. I love Vegas Pro on a computer. It just makes sense to me. I like it. I'm very efficient. I'm very fast on it. But if I'm editing on my laptop, it's going to be LumaFusion or Videoleap on my iPhone. Or KineMaster. KineMaster is solid too. Doing projects. Will do. Thank you so much as always. Yeah, right on, man. Backroads Nomad, how's it going? Nimminati time. It's the end of Nimminati time. All right, guys, listen. Thanks for hanging out with me during this experiment. And for those of you who are just coming in, we've been testing lights, picked up some lights, and we've been testing them out with different colors and whatnot to see how they look. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for experimenting. Thanks for giving me your feedback to let me know which one of these you think looks the best and the color choices and everything that goes along with that. This is totally like a impromptu a live stream. I didn't expect this. I actually thought I'd go live for like an hour max. It's now going hour and 15 minutes. So that's okay. Dr. Stain, you have a great night too. Everybody have a great night. Have an awesome weekend's coming. Is it Friday? Wait, is it Friday? No, it's Thursday. The sun's coming. No, it is. It's going to be Friday. What? Yeah, thank you, Heidi. Much appreciated. Justin, you have a good one too. Why don't you use Adobe Premiere? I don't need to. Here's the thing about video editing software, apps, whatever. You can do most of the basic edits the same on everything. Like, it's more about the creator and what you can do with it than it is the actual editor yourself. So some apps and some software, they do have additional features that can come in handy. But for what I do on YouTube, the type of content that I make on YouTube, I don't need anything beyond what I already have. So you can sit me down with Vegas, you can sit me down with iMovie, you can give me Videoleap, you can give me Power Director, KineMaster, LumaFusion, Vlog, it doesn't matter. All these apps are tools. And I can make the exact same edit with all of these tools because I know how to edit. So Premiere, DaVinci Resolve, they're all great. You just have to think about what do you need as a video editor. Maybe one of them has, if you're doing advanced editing, maybe one of them has a feature that you need. Like if I'm gonna get into like motion tracking, motion tracking and all of that stuff, for sure. I'm gonna be, Final Cut Pro or Premiere. I actually learned how to edit on the original Final Cut Pro, version 1. Yeah, that's how long I've been editing videos. So yeah, they're just tools. Use whatever tool you want. There's a lot of different ways to get the job done. All right, everybody, have an awesome rest of your night. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome weekend. I'll be live streaming again on Sunday over on my channel. I will be doing a Q&A on Sunday, so if you have mobile questions, make sure you come hang out with me on Sunday. 50-50, I'm going to be streaming with Nick on Saturday. I know some of his streams he's bringing in guests. Some of them he's not bringing in guests. So I might be streaming with Nick on Saturday. We'll see. But for sure, I'll be streaming on my channel again on Sunday. So thanks, everybody. Have an awesome night. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and working through this traveling bootleg light setup. And just in case anybody from Aputure happens to be watching this, I'm digging your lights. I'm digging your lights. I'm digging them. This might be a little bit too bright for me, but these little MCs are fantastic. And if anybody's wondering about them, I got links down in the description below if you just want to have a look at them up close, read the details and that sort of thing. All right, guys, have a good one. And I'll catch you guys on Saturday, maybe even Sunday. Cheers.